What's up, folks? This is Jeff doing StrongLifts 5x5. Going to be doing workout A in this video. Date is 5/4/2015. It's the beginning of May. It's about 2.5 weeks from today. Right now, as I'm doing this recording, it is 5:21, so I'm still a little behind, but you know, trying to catch up. I've got some time to actually do the videos and the commentary now. So the last video I know I was talking about, it was the fail day. This is the rebirth, I guess. You know, I took a long weekend. I know in the last couple videos I was talking about how I shifted the days over a little bit from Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and then I took a 3-day weekend. I went camping out in Yosemite. It's actually Bass Lake. I don't know, Bass Lake. We kept calling it Bass Lake because we're all about that bass, you know. Yeah, and it's about 20 minutes outside of Yosemite, so it was nice. The sad thing is, in California, you know, there's a bad drought going on. There's not a lot of water, so the lake that I'm used to being lush with tons of water doesn't have that much water. Driving around the lake, there was a whole bunch of these docks that usually house a whole bunch of boats next to it. It was all dry and dirt. It was pretty sad. Yeah, we really need to get a lot of rain coming out here, especially up in Tahoe, because I want some more snow to come down so I can snowboard more in the wintertime. Anyway, back to the video. This is me coming back from that big failure on the overhead press. I know overhead press, from what I've been reading, overhead press is actually usually the first exercise that everybody fails at. But for me, I think I failed at the overhead press because I was wiped out from the heavy squats. So in this video, and I'm going to start playing it now, where I decided I'm going to deload. You know, I thought about it all weekend, got a lot of rest, let my arms rest up because they were really tight, and they felt kind of sharp. You know, there was a little bit of sharp pain that was happening in my biceps, as I said in the last video. It was not just the quads that were hurting. In this session, I decided I'm going to lighten it up a little bit. You know, I went with 225. I just went with 2 plates. I wanted to rest up, do a little bit of, I guess they call it active recovery. Some folks will do like a push-pull legs type split, and there's like the heavy push-pull legs, and then rest day, and then kind of like a lighter push-pull legs day. I think that's what it is. I can't remember what it's really called. I don't know. I did 45, then I did 55, and I did a lot of body weight squats. As you can see in this video, I'm doing a lot of warm-up, just trying to get everything warmed up before I jump into the squat. I want to make sure with the deload that I'm letting all the other elements of my body just catch up with the weight, kind of, you know. I mean, when I'm doing my squats, I'm so quad dominant with it that maybe my hamstrings weren't catching up, which is why my knees were always popping. My knees still pop to this day. 521, they're still popping, but it's weird because it's not my right knee anymore. It's my left knee that's popping a lot. So I'm still working on that, and I'll talk about it as I go down the rest of the videos. So what I'm incorporating still is the 5 reps on 45, which is just the bar. I'm doing 5 reps on the 95. But yeah, here we go. I'm doing 135 on the warm-up. I think I only do three reps. 3 reps on 135, 3 reps on 205, and then I think after that I finally go into the 225 working set. This is right before work. I got a lot of rest in the weekend, so I'm just trying to ease into it and just do some squats. You know, I feel really comfortable doing it. I've adopted a wider stance, a wider grip. That's for a lot more comfort. One thing that my friends were saying over that weekend was just listen to your body, and that's what I'm doing with this session. You know, if the body says it hurts, don't do it. You know, the thing is, you know, I've got a lot of ego going on when I'm doing my squats, and the other thing is, you know, as I go through the research that I do on the various corners of the internet. They say that, yeah, my back hurts when I do squats, my legs hurt when I do squats, and you're just supposed to power through it. Well, if it's a sharp pain, don't do it. You know, if it's muscle pain, like it's muscle cramping, sore muscles and all that, I know you can power through that. But there is a point where you've got to be reasonable with yourself and be honest. StrongLifts, you don't have a trainer, you just have like a community of folks that you can ask advice from. But at the end of the day, you know what you're doing when you do these workouts. And if it's not good, don't do it. I know it's one thing to hit weights and pull goals and all that stuff, but if you're gonna get injured, you're not gonna be able to hit those goals. Maybe you'll get it once, and then after that, you can't do it because you broke something. Where's the glory in that, right? So yeah, 225 on the working set. I felt really focused when I was going through these, and it felt really good. It was a little light, I'll admit that, but it was heavy enough to get all the joints and everything working. And I was trying to just really focus on the form and just engage all aspects of the body besides the quads, because as I said, I'm really quad dominant when I do these squats. I was trying to keep the back straight, just really stick the ass out on the raise, and I didn't care if it was high bar or low bar. I just wanted it to sit on my shoulders so that I can move the bar up and down in straight lines. I know there's a mark on my hand. I crushed my finger the last week when I was doing squats. You want it to go straight up and then straight down. Sign of the cross, God Father, Holy Almighty. You're blessed. Anyway, let's back to the squats. Oh yeah, so the third set, it was kind of bad. The angle was kind of sucked, so you could just see me moving up and down, but you don't see any depth. But I am playing with these camera angles just to get some better camera angles, camera views. I don't know, you're going through these videos, a lot of it is just so I can log my progress and stuff like that, but I've got to make it interesting somehow, So here I am, I'm turning around, I'm looking at the camera, saying what's up, trying to get my thoughts in. I tend to forget what I think about when I'm looking at the camera. I have like a dialogue when I'm about to do the squats and stuff like that. Like, oh yeah, I should talk like this when I do the commentary and stuff. But I don't know. Lately I've been thinking about, maybe it's time to not use this SJ4000 camera and maybe get something that I could actually talk to. Like, I like the Mino flip that I used to use in the beginning, like the first few weeks, but I just don't like that the camera has to be like 8 feet away from me in order to get some footage, and now I've got this camera that's like 2 feet away. It has some pretty good angles because the fisheye really incorporates a lot, but you can't talk to the camera at all. It muffles all sound. Now there's a mod that you can do to open it up and then somehow get a better microphone on it, but why would I do? Why bother doing that when you can actually get a decent camera? I've seen those. I think the Sony G series has a whole bunch of good cameras. I've just been looking up stuff on Amazon. I'm not actually doing real reviews. I don't even know if dpreview.com is actually the site to go to. I used to use that when I sold cameras back at the days of Circuit City. If you guys remember that, maybe I'm dating myself now. Anyway, last set on 225. It felt good. I didn't have to really power through it, but I felt engaged. So that was a good session overall. You can see me looking up a lot and looking to my right. It's because I'm at work, so I'm looking over and seeing who's trying to walk up to me. And I'm also dual screening everything. So actually, the playback is right above, and then the camera's right below. So that's why if you see me fidgeting with the views, that's what I'm doing. Oh, if you hear a fan in the background, that's my laptop. MacBook Pro, hella old. I think it's from like 2012. I'm recording on the laptop, and I've got a screen at the top where I'm watching the playback, and I think it's taxing out the system. It's making it turn the fan on and stuff like that. I've raised it just to get some air underneath it. I don't know. I'm not a tech genius like I used to be. I don't really care. So as I was saying, 185 was one of the struggle points for me back then, and a lot of it was because I got my coworker trying to signal me stuff outside my office. 185 was the struggle point back when I was doing bro splits, right? And I can say that when I went into this lift, 180 is good. It felt good. I felt more in control. I'm trying to get the bars in the crease of my hand and just really feel it out. I'm trying to do the twisting with the elbows as I'm going through the lifts. But yeah, I will say that my chest is probably one of the more lacking in terms of strength. I had to take a long time off of it when I first started lifting, and that was about 2.5 years ago. The first 6 months, I was doing a lot of pressing movements. I was getting really excited that, oh my god, I'm getting really strong with the bench. As a result, I got tendonitis in the elbows, so I had to slow down all the pressing movements. And that lasted about maybe like 8 months. And I was doing all cable curls, all flies, all types of different flies, really close grip type pushing, pressing so that I wouldn't really engage the elbows. I remember I was watching Michael Corey during that summer, and he was doing skull crushers at a different angle. I think they were decline skull crushers. And I was doing those because it felt really good. I didn't feel so much pain in the elbows either. But I know during that time when I was trying to recover from tendonitis, I did not do any bench press. Like standing overhead press, I didn't do that. I definitely didn't do the rope press downs for the tricep. That really inflamed my elbows for tendonitis, and that was really bad. So yeah, can't wait to hit 185 after this day. I was looking forward to going on day 26 for 185 on the bench press. Okay, Pendlay rows, same thing. I felt really good that I did this deload because I was able to do the other lifts without struggling through it. Maybe that's like a cheap way out of it, but I'm gonna progress on the other lifts also, and bench press was one of them. Pendlay rows, I've never hit 170 before. When I was doing bent over rows, I think the most that I did was at the most maybe 165, maybe 145. That's 135 plus fives or maybe 10s on both sides. Yeah, and now I'm doing a full set, 5 reps each of 170. Feels really good. I have to say this, okay? The guy on my right here on the screen with the red shirt who's just on his phone fiddling with it the entire time never re-racks his weights. Oh my god, please, if you're watching this, re-rack your weights. Be courteous to others. I can't tell him that though, and I'm going off of the whole mantra that Chris Jones does. You can't tell people what to do at the gym because they all pay the same amount of money, but it would be nice if you re-racked your weights. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Anyway, yeah, you'll see at the end of the video, he just walks off. Does this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, man. Anyway, let me look at my notes now because I lost track of what I was trying to say here. Yeah, I'm adjusting after every rep. I'm shifting my feet and everything. Trying not to move my torso, but as it is getting heavier, I am kind of jerking it a little bit. So I've got to keep that in mind as I go through these and make sure I stay parallel above the ground. Yeah, but I know I'm good at keeping my back flat. It's just that it raises up maybe like 15 to 30 degrees as I do pull this. So I got to keep that in mind when I'm going through these lifts, that I don't jerk it and I don't use the rest of my body. I'm just focusing on my lats and my back, and my delts too, because this is supposed to be like a really big compound type lift. Okay, so that's that. This is the Rebirth. I'm back. I am doing a deload, but I didn't feel like shit from the week before. And yeah, thank you for watching. Go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment up your feedback. Send me some plur vibes if you're down and you feel that. And I'll see you in the next episode when I get back into rec mode. Thank you. That's my keyboard. It's making all this noise. My keyboard makes a ton of noise every time I'm using it, so I don't think it's anything else. Alright, see you guys later.